Good morning, everyone. Welcome on into North Dakota today. Things are getting nice. We have Amanda joining us this morning with our North Dakota Nice Blog updates. Good morning.
Good morning. Hello, friends.
Hi.
I have to apologize first. I had a very fun and very dusty weekend.
Ooh.
So my voice has paid the price.
We know how that goes.
Yes.
We get it, girl.
Exactly. So, but this does not discount the very fun stories
Yeah.
I have today. I have two.
Okay.
Maybe three. So the first one comes from Bismarck, from Dorothy Moses Elementary. And at the 2022 school year, a teacher named Katie Olson took a look at her fellow staff and teachers and thought, how can I share some happiness and smiles? And so she went to a local flower shop called Ken's Flower Shop. I had to think about that for a second. And she started sending teachers a free bouquet every week with a handwritten note. Yes, and she did it anonymously because she didn't want it to be from her. She just wanted to say, you're wonderful. Here's a note. Look at this is what they look like.
Yeah.
And so then for 38 weeks, she sent these bouquets. At the end of it, they generated so much cheer that at the end of it, she asked the foundation if she could make it school district wide. And so this year they have been taking in nominations. They already have 200 nominations for these. And Ken's has now increased it to 2 bouquets. So if you live in Bismarck and you want to share these smiles, or you just want to share smiles and you don't live in Bismarck, you can call into Ken's and donate some money for a flower bouquet, and they are just going to give out as many as they can this year. And so they're so wonderful. I love them. Who doesn't love flowers?
And if anyone deserves a bouquet of flowers and a reason to have a smile on their face, it is our teachers. Thank you so much for what you do.
Yes, they are wonderful people.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for we are all here because of wonderful teachers.
Right, truly.
So speaking of teachers, sort of, we're going to move across the state to Grand Forks to Winship Elementary. So in Winship Elementary had a little free library for 10 years outside the front door. And on September 16th this year, it burned down. I know. I had the exact same reaction. And so everybody was, of course, very sad. And 2 of the responding firefighters, I had to write their names on my hand, Chris Nelson and Casey Wood.
It is like we're in the classroom. We got
I know. There you go. This is why they're professionals and I'm not. So Chris and Casey went to their union, and they're 2 of the firefighters, and their union has a charitable fund. And they said, can we use the fund to buy some materials to rebuild this library? And they said, sure. So Chris and Casey designed this beautiful little free library. In the time that they were getting planning, 2 other families came forward and offered to rebuild the library too. So now they have a second library going up in town, and it is just so beautiful. And I think that's just the kindness. One of the things that Chris told me is that firefighters are there to help people, and sometimes it means the reason why they set up this fund. It's volunteer only. You don't have to donate to it, and they do it just because they go into places like this where $100 or so would be the difference, and so they built this little free library, and so now they have books again in Grand Forks.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know. So if you guys have any little around here? Little free libraries?
Yeah,
I
around
see them
here.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then back home too in Michigan.
Yes.
And at first, when I first saw one, it looked like an oversized birdhouse.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this? But now I caught on. It's the little free libraries, and they are the cutest little things.
They are, and some people have pantries. So you can put, like, if
Yes.
you're around in the world and you have a book that you don't want anymore, or you want to read a book, or you have like some toiletries or some, maybe not used, but like,
Right.
put those in there, and then people can take them.
Yeah.
Which is wonderful.
Passing it on.
Okay. Do I have a time for my third?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Okay, well, shoot. So the reason why I say shoot is that I had a little thing. Okay, so I always tell
Jonathan, get in here. I need your help.
I always tell stories about people doing wonderful things. I wanted to tell you all about a story that happened to me.
Yeah.
So I have a wonderful friend named Katie. Okay, so at the beginning of the year, January, I got a letter from Katie, and I opened it up, and it was a beautiful little poem and a little gift card for coffee. And the poem related to coffee, and she had written it, and I thought, I was so touched. I love getting mail. I mean, we never get any good mail anymore. And so I messaged her, and I was like, I just love this so much. Thank you so much. This is so sweet. So every month since then, I've received a poem and a tiny little present.
Oh, wow.
I know. And so every they're not big presents. Like
Right.
one month was bubbles, and the poem was about lightness. Another time it was Band-Aids, and the poem was about, fixing things and being good to yourself. And I received seeds one month. The reason why I said shoot is that I have one of her poems in my purse that I was going to show you all, but my purse is there.
Yeah.
And so this month was stickers, and so and a little poem about boo and being cute and scary, and it's been so wonderful. I appreciate it so much. And so for those of you who are getting ready to plan Christmas gifts, if you normally give a friend maybe a poinsettia or something small, I would say save the money and buy stamps and send something to your friends. My husband does the same thing. My husband sends postcards. And so what I'll do is, since I couldn't show it here, I will put up her poem, her October poem, on my website at northdakotanice.com, so you can all read it. I'll put it up at lunchtime today.
Okay, I have a question, and now I wish we did have the poem.
I know.
How creative and how incredible must your brain be to just start writing these poems about each of these themes to send out on a regular basis?
Yes, and they are amazing. I mean, they're not like, if I was going to write a poem, it would be,
Roses
you guys are really
red.
nice, right?
Roses are blue.
And then it would be like, I ran out of rhyming, so love you.
That's a good one.
I did it. Yeah. So, they are long stanza poems. They're beautiful.
Yeah.
Some people are so creative. I
Yeah.
just can't get over it.
Yeah, that's
And
incredible.
I don't think you need to write a poem to people if you want to do this yourself. You can just
Sure.
write kindness. My husband writes roses are red poems to people, and they're always, and then he mails it off, or he'll say, on his postcard, he'll say, "We are in Arizona," and then puts it in the mail.
It's either or.
Yeah, but people like it. So I send mail, more mail. I love getting mail.
Cute, yeah, happy mail, you're right. It's
Happy
nice
mail.
to see a nice colored envelope in there sometimes, because then you know it's something from the heart.
Yes, exactly. And I don't know about you guys, but I used to, well, no, you're too young. Well, I used to write letters to people back in the old days. And
I used to have a pen pal in fourth grade.
Yeah. Hooray.
And then we took a field trip to meet. It was a real life story. We could have made a Disney movie, I'm telling you.
Where did you meet your pen pal?
It was at this incredible park where you got to do all these different activities. You got to pick whatever you wanted to do.
What?
We actually have to end our segment, but this is so wonderful. Tell us how we can get involved with the blog, submit ideas, read all of these great stories.
Yes, submit your friends and people that you love to northdakotanice.com or ndnice.com, and I'll put all this up there today so you can see everything at lunchtime.
Okay, so nice to be nice. Thank you so
Yes.
much for joining us. All right, coming up on North Dakota today, we're taking a look at some spooky decor at one house in Virginia. Stick around.